Hey Hawks fans, how are we going? It is Sam here from the Hawker channel. And this is the first episode of the Matchday podcast. This video will come out on Matchday morning. Currently we're filming this the night before. Collingwood and Brisbane are about to get underway. Hopefully there's a little bit of atmosphere in the video. Hopefully it's going to be a good video. I'm joined by a younger creator. He's only just started recently. I thought I'd give him a bit of screen time, I guess, on a bigger channel. How are you going today?
Thank you for the kind words.
Kind words? Putting it lightly, I reckon.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
So we're going to be talking about Hawthorn. Big game this week against the Tigers. I'm nervous. I know I shouldn't be.
I'm not. We're going to pump the Tigers.
Yeah, but you never know what's going to happen.
Clip me if you want, because I'm so confident that we're going to beat the Tigers that I'd put my trust fund. I'd put my trust fund on that we beat the Tigers tomorrow, and by a good amount. The boys knows what's on the line. We need percentage. They're going to show up, and we killed them when it was Dusty's 300. What's there to play for this week? Nothing. We're going to demolish them. We're going to roll through them.
I don't know. It's just you can't. So this is exactly the attitude we had at the Geelong game.
I didn't have this attitude at the Geelong game.
I did. I was thought, yeah,
you were
easy
very
win.
confident.
Let's go.
But it shouldn't be a good game, actually. It should be a good game for us to watch.
Should be a good game to say Hawkball's in full action.
Hawkball's been in action for the past 15
but
rounds.
like full action, like
Hawkball. Not
Hawkball.
Hawkball, it's Hawkball.
Oh, there we go. Hawkball. So everyone has a few ins this week. Finn McGuinness back in the squad. We don't know if he's in the team tomorrow.
Do you reckon he makes the team?
I don't know. I don't say who we're going to take him out there.
But that's the thing. I don't like Finn McGuinness as a sub. If you're going to put Finn McGuinness in, play him in the starting 22. Just because I don't think Finn McGuinness offers as much as a sub as he would playing a full game. As a full game, I think he could be really impactful playing a role. But as a sub, it's so hard to do that because you're coming on without a known starting time. You don't know what the game situation is going to be like, and it's just getting thrown into the deep end, which is really tough and unfair on Finn. So I'd love to see him get a full game and get a role of maybe tagging somebody, maybe playing as an attacking midfielder, going down forward. We saw him against Gold Coast. He was a superstar. He was our only light for that game. I think he kicked 3. Just fantastic. I'd love to see more of that because I think he does deserve a spot in the team. He's definitely good enough. And going into finals, he's somebody that could be so handy for us.
I feel like Harry Morrison is a brilliant sub. I feel like he's a perfect example of
Harry Morrison is the perfect sub because he can play every position on the ground. You could tell him, go play halfback, go play wing, go play in the forward line.
No,
he's coming in, there's not a single thing he can't do.
No, he showed that on the weekend. Absolutely killed them.
He was incredible. Last minute change coming in. There's a lot of pressure with that because you're filling a spot of a guy who week in and week out, CJ, he's just so consistent.
Yep.
And for Harry Morrison to come in and get thrown into that situation, for him to do what he did, I think was absolutely terrific. And I think not many players would have been able to do that. I think a lot of players in that situation would have had a relatively quiet game. But Harry Morrison was just a standout. You can't take him out of the team after that performance because he just was that good.
CJ's still injured, but also Sarong in the squad again for another week. He consistently puts up incredible numbers in the VFL. I'm waiting for his turn.
He'll get the chance. It's just, there's so many of those guys in the VFL that are just waiting to pop through. That's the perfect situation you want. With a team like this, you look back to our 3-peat years, and it was the same case. It was week in, week out, just people people trying to get in the team. And we had legitimately, as you said, Josh Kennedy, we had legitimate superstars playing in our twos. Yeah. And it's the same here. You put some of our VFL players onto other AFL teams lists, they'd be absolute stars. Yeah. And that's the perfect, it's the perfect problem to have. It's the best problem you can have. We have too many good players.
Yeah, it's unlike Melbourne who just...
That's just a lot.
All the good players just want to leave. Brilliant to watch that. It's good to see Carlton down for as well.
Tom Barras.
Tom Barras is going to be joining the Hawks next year.
I'm so pumped.
Tom Morris. Can you really trust Tom Morris?
I love Tom Morris.
I love him, but
I think he's an incredible source. But my question is, if we're going after, you've got Josh Battle, we got 3 defenders we're going after. Tom Barras,
yeah, we got James Blank, Sarong.
We still got James Blank to come back.
Rush, Ethan Phillips.
Who even now with our back line, if you bring in Tom Barrass, who are you taking out? There's not a single player you take out. Like, Josh Weddle's been a superstar the past couple of weeks. Sam Foster's had an incredible season. James Sisley, he's the captain. He's just week in, week out incredible. You can't take him out of the team. CJ, superstar. Jarman Impey is playing incredible football at the moment. Carl Amon is Mr. Consistent. Every week he gives you the same thing and he puts up incredible stats. Carl Amon's a superstar. Jack Scrimshaw, he's another one of those players that have just blossomed into an incredible player this year.
We've got such good team.
So where does Tom Barrass go? Do you maybe try and make a move with like a Josh Weddle or a CJ permanently to the wing? Or even a Jarman Impey, a Carl Amon? Or do you put someone like Josh Weddle down forward for a bit? Do you put Sis down forward for a bit if you're bringing in those defenders?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It's true. It's true.
Don't know.
But how does, like, if realistically you're giving Perryman a ton of money, you're giving Battle a ton of money, and you're giving Barrass a ton of money, and that's what they're saying we're going to do, and on long-term deals, they're not going to sign that and then go play VFL football. So that means people from the current list or current starting 22 are gone. But who could that be? I don't know who gets dropped out.
Jeez, I just hope next year that we still perform like we have now.
I don't want us to get.
Couple of years we've started.
I don't want us to be content. We can't be content. Like,
you just gotta go full.
Like,
full,
if you
full
think about our first 5 games of the year. Who do we play? We had Essendon,
Melbourne,
very winnable. Melbourne, very winnable. Looking back at it, Geelong, Easter Monday. Us playing Geelong at the G, I think we're a red hot chance. Collingwood, we should have won it at Gather Round. And then round 5, Gold Coast, we should have been more competitive. Like, those are 5 very winnable games. Even if we just win 1 or 2 of those games, like, our season looks completely different.
Port Adelaide game.
But that's the thing with Port Adelaide. I think we needed to lose that. If we'd won that, I don't think we're in the 8.
Game. We needed to lose that.
I think that helps us in a sense. But the GWS one, I don't think we needed to lose that. That one's stung. GWS have done that so many times. Like, they've sunk our ship so many times last year. It happened twice. Gather Round in the final, like 30 seconds. Then at Giants Stadium, they did it again last year. Like, they've sunk the ship so many times.
It's just like we did against Carlton, we just need to stay consistent for all 4 quarters. Put in work every. We can't keep losing the last quarter.
And I loved how smart we were about that against Carlton. We knew that they had injured players, and we were just tactically smart and just ran. We tired them out like crazy, and I love that. Like,
same with Adelaide game, absolutely just tired them out. There's nothing left of them.
Adelaide put in a too tall of a team, and we saw that straight away and just used it to our advantage, which is such a good sign for such a young team.
It's our smalls that win us the games.
It's our half forwards. Our half forwards win us the game.
It's crazy.
Every
Dylan
week.
Moore.
Dylan Moore's a superstar. Like, I know people say, oh, he can't be underrated anymore because people understand how good he is. I don't think people do understand how good he is. I would legitimately say he's one of the best players in the competition.
I would say.
I think he's
probably the best player for Hawthorn.
I think Dylan Moore's a top 15 player in the AFL. I think he's that good.
I think he's a top.
He could, like, you give him a role. He could go into the midfield, give you 30 touches any given week.
Yeah.
Go down forward, he'll give you 5 goals any given week. He's so versatile, and that's like so many of our players.
All of our players are so versatile.
Like, you think of a player, like, there's not many guys in our teams that can't play multiple positions. Sis, backline, forward line, Weds. Josh Weddle is like an AFL all-rounder, backline, middle,
some of the
ruck,
goals he kicked this year,
forward.
mental.
He's a superstar. Like, I can't get over how happy I am with our team. We're going to be so good for so long.
It's a happy time. It's a happy team with Hawthorn.
I remember, what round was it? Round 7. We'd won one game. We played Sydney at the MCG. We just got killed. And I had a video lined up, and I just refused to post it because I'm like, I'm just sick of posting us losing and me just being sad in the crowd. I'm like, I'm sick of it. And from then, we just went absolutely bonkers, and Hawk Bowl started. Many words.
It's happening.
Man of many words.
I'm so tired right now. I'm actually like falling asleep. If no one knows, we played like a 3v3 footy match. We represented the Hawks.
Yeah, our team was the Hawks.
We got the win.
We won the whole thing.
I'm so stuffed.
We ran a fair bit.
We ran a fair bit.
We played Hawthorn.
We pretty much played Hawthorn.
Yeah, celebrations, everything.
Celebrations.
Galore, everything.
Yeah. Don't know if Blake did enough.
Do you want to have a chat about some of the other results Hawthorn fans need to look out for?
Yeah. We can talk about that because I've got no clue. It's absolutely too confusing.
Over the upcoming rounds, we'll start with this weekend. Let's have a quick look at the score. Currently, GWS and Fremantle are playing. Now, as Hawthorn fans, we need a barrack for GWS to win their last 2 games. They're currently beating Fremantle by a goal, which is pretty good. So we need GWS to win their last 2 games. We need Fremantle to lose today and then win next week. We need Port Adelaide to lose both their games. And that will give us a home final. And additionally, today, Brisbane-Collingwood. If Brisbane somehow lose to Collingwood and Essendon next week, and everything else happens, of course we need to win both of our games, but that gives us a top 4 spot. We finish 4th, which is a second chance, which is just absolutely ridiculous to think about.
Even a home final, I'd be ecstatic with.
Yeah.
I reckon it'd be emotional walking to the gates of a home final.
Walking in, down Punt Road and in the cheer squad, the scenes would go off. Absolutely bonkers.
It would be mental. And this whole year's been mental. It's like, I don't think anyone expected us to be this good. Especially, probably pre-season, I reckon everyone expected us to be this good. But 5 weeks into the season, I was, not happy.
Now I'm going to ask you, Menza, we got a couple categories. I'm going to ask you, best player for Hawthorn.
Yep.
Most surprising player.
Yep.
And most versatile player. I would like a description of each of your answers.
Best player for me, I'm going to go, it has to be probably Dylan Moore.
I like it.
Just consistently good every week. As has said, can play absolutely anywhere. He's so tough. And he's such a good leader. He's probably the next captain of the club, you'd think.
I just think Will Day. But I don't think Will Day's vocal enough.
I reckon probably Dylan Moore's the next captain. Most surprising for me, look, I could say probably 2 players here. Probably 3.
I'd say everyone.
D'Ambrosio, Frost, and... I could say 4. D'Ambrosio, Frost, Meek, and who else am I thinking of? Chol.
Might be old Chol, the big man. He couldn't get a game last year for Gold Coast.
No.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
And D'Ambrosio. Mental.
The fact that Essendon let him go for what pick was it?
Oh, jeez.
It was a really late, 3rd round pick. Just ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
We got him for pocket change.
It's mental how we just absolutely scammed them. We scammed the whole trade period.
We did.
Ginnivan for literally nothing. Don't speak too loudly.
I'll give my answers.
There you go.
I'm going to say best player for us throughout the year. He should be taking most surprising as well, but I'm going to take Lloyd Meek as our best player.
He's almost my favourite player.
Lloyd Meek, he's not going to stuff the stat sheet. He's not going to give you 3 goals every week, 25 touches every week, but he does I've never seen a ruckman work as hard as him. He's not the tallest ruckman.
He's like a midfielder almost at times.
Yeah, the way he moves, just what he's done for us this year, he's been so pivotal. When we lost Ned Reeves, he stepped up after struggling last year, coming in, and to have that resilience and play the way he has is just absolutely brilliant. I love him. He can also go down forward, kick goals, which he has.
Averages most in the league.
That's crazy. I'd go most surprising. You got to go Sam Frost. Coming into the year, I think there was almost some talk, is this Sam Frost last year? People weren't expecting Sam Frost to go on too long because ever since he came from Melbourne, I don't think he found his feet with Hawthorn as much as people expected. He hadn't had that breakout year or played like he did in Melbourne. And I think this year he came out and he's just been so confident with his game. I think this is his best season of his career. And to do it this late in his career is just phenomenal.
Signed on for another year as well.
What was the third one?
Most surprising, best, and Jesus Christ.
I can't remember. That doesn't matter. But I love them all. I love them all.
Well, I think we talked about everything now.
Yeah.
We're going to go enjoy the football. Supporting both.
No, go Lions.
Go Lions, and who else are we going for? Doesn't really matter.
GWS.
GWS. What about St Kilda game? Doesn't really matter.
No. Oh, it wouldn't hurt to see Geelong lose.
No.
So yeah.
Not fans of Geelong here. That's going to be it. Thank you all for tuning in. Enjoy the game tomorrow. Come on the Hawks. Let's get the win. Kaz, thank you very much.
Thank you, Samuel.
You
Been
can
an
catch
honour.
us both on the Nest Tuesday
On the
night,
Nest Tuesday night. Let's
about
go.
6 or 7 o'clock.